Well, it's the beginning of June and we're back at Ropley, and the tender frames of the 7F are outside next to our colleagues at the Urie S&DRT group, 499. The next processes we're going to have to deal with are the replacement of some steel plate. As you can see, the inner frame area, which is a lot smaller than the outer frame, of course, will probably all have to be replaced completely. The outer plate, which is the thicker main frame, as you can see around here up to this sort of point, is in pretty good, probably original thickness maybe. A lot of paint on it obviously over the years. It's probably over 100 years old, we reckon, being a Dealey tender that's been modified. And as we move over to the back of the tender, or effectively the front of the tender you might say, which is where the drag box is, most of these areas that have been uncovered have now been chipped off, releasing all the rubbish over the last goodness knows how many decades, quite possibly from late BR days at Bath Green Park. So it's all been relatively cleaned up, so we can see what's underneath all of this. Coal dust, oil, water has created a huge amount of the problem here, which will have to be addressed. And we're now left with, effectively, as you can see here, a much thinner plate around the drag box area. And this area will of course have all the rubbish from the tender and off the engine footplate coming down, hot and coal dust, oil, water, lots of water over many years, and it's going to rust away like anything. So here we have this area, which is clearly the one major part of the frame that's going to have to be dealt with. All the components seem fine. They will have to have rebushed, etc. The brake gear under here and all the other bits and bobs which will be retrieved. Like the handbrake, this is fine. Obviously it will be overhauled. That'll be taken off at some point. And then the idea is to actually cut off this rear end or front end, whichever way you like to look at it, through the centre of this front axle box. So right through here, behind the spring, there'll be a cut right the way down there, and then this whole new section will be added at the rear of the tender. So that'll be completely renewed. The rest of it probably will be okay, apart from some fundamental overhaul of the axle boxes and the horn guides, etc. Of course the tank itself will have to be rebuilt from scratch, so that'll be the big steelwork process. Relatively simple, considering it's all flat sides and tops and back and front. So actually the tender tank itself, with a bit of luck, should be okay. Unlike the Urie one here, as you can see next to us here, it's got the curved corners on each end of the tank, and the volunteers are putting all of this together at the moment and making a wonderful job of it. But it's a lot more complicated than the 7F one. So we're going to start the process, and please come along or contact us before you come along and you're able to help in some way or another. But initially the tender appeal and the appeal for the locomotive continues. And so the overhaul of the 7F tender is underway. We'd very much like you all to be involved, if you're a trust member or not. The easy way to actually donate to us is via a bank transfer every month, maybe £5, £10 or more if you can afford it. A lot of members have already subscribed to this, and it will make all the difference over the next few years. Kilmersdon has returned from the Spa Valley Railway after 2 successful weekends at their Thomas event. It's earning the Trust a good deal of money every day for us, which will then go in the restricted fund to overhaul the engine when that becomes up in about 5 years' time.